Hello there. In this video, we will delve into the world of Dante's Inferno and explore its most memorable characters, its most terrifying punishments, and its most profound themes. But first, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment to request a book, a movie, or any other kind of content you would like to dive into. Well, let's begin. Inferno is the first part of Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, a three-part epic poem that explores the soul's journey through hell, purgatory, and heaven. In Inferno, Dante recounts his journey through the 9 circles of hell, guided by the ancient Roman poet Virgil. Along the way, Dante encounters various souls who are punished for their sins in a series of circles, each more severe than the last. The first chapter, named Canto, of Dante's Inferno serves as an introduction to the journey that Dante is about to embark on through the 9 circles of hell. In this canto, Dante finds himself lost in a dark and terrifying forest, symbolizing his spiritual confusion and despair. As he wanders through the forest, he encounters 3 beasts that block his path: a leopard, a lion, and a she-wolf. These beasts represent the sins of lust, pride, and avarice, respectively, and they prevent Dante from advancing towards the light. This encounter represents Dante's realization that he is trapped in a state of sin and cannot move forward in his spiritual journey. Feeling hopeless and afraid, Dante begins to despair and thinks that he will never escape the darkness. At this moment, the spirit of the ancient Roman poet, Virgil, appears before him. Virgil is a symbol of reason and classical learning, and he represents the human mind's ability to reason and understand the mysteries of the universe. Virgil explains to Dante that he has been sent by Beatrice, Dante's beloved, to guide him through hell and purgatory and lead him towards heaven. This represents the divine intervention that is necessary for a person to overcome their sins and move towards a state of grace. With Virgil as his guide, Dante sets out on his journey through hell, ready to confront the punishments of the damned and the lessons that each of the 9 circles holds for him. The first circle, Limbo, is reserved for the souls of unbaptized infants and virtuous pagans, such as Homer, Horace, Ovid, and Aristotle, who lived before the coming of Christ and were not able to receive baptism. The subsequent circles are reserved for those who have committed increasingly serious sins, and the punishment for each sin becomes more severe as the narrator progresses deeper into hell. In each of the 9 circles, the souls of the damned are punished in a manner that is appropriate to their sin. For example, in the second circle, the lustful are blown about by a stormy wind, symbolizing the instability and lack of control that characterize their lives on earth. In the third circle, the gluttonous are punished by being forced to lie in a swamp, surrounded by filth and mire. In the fourth circle, the hoarders and spendthrifts are punished by being forced to push heavy weights in opposite directions, symbolizing their obsession with material possessions. In Dante's Inferno, the worst sin is treachery, also known as betrayal. In particular, the worst form of treachery is the betrayal of a benefactor, someone who has shown kindness and generosity. This sin is punished in the 9th circle of hell, which is reserved for the souls of those who have committed the most heinous crimes. The punishment for treachery in the 9th circle is to be frozen in ice, with the head, hands, and feet sticking out. The souls of the treacherous are unable to move or escape the cold, just as they were unable to escape their fate in life. This punishment reflects the idea that the treacherous have betrayed trust and love, and therefore deserve to be forever isolated and frozen in their own guilt. Dante places the souls of the treacherous in the deepest and most remote part of hell, highlighting the heinous nature of their crime. Through this punishment, Dante is also emphasizing the importance of loyalty, kindness, and trust in a person's life, and the devastating consequences of betraying these values. And what about Lucifer? Well, the figure of Lucifer is central to the narrative of Inferno, as Dante uses it to illustrate the consequences of sin and to serve as a warning against the dangers of pride and betrayal. Lucifer is frozen in the center of the 9th circle of hell. In this way, Dante is emphasizing the central role of Lucifer as the ruler of hell and the embodiment of evil. He is described as a giant monster with 3 faces and 6 wings. Each face is chewing on one of the 3 worst traitors in history: Judas Iscariot, Brutus, and Cassius. The sight of Lucifer chewing on these souls is meant to evoke disgust and horror, emphasizing the terrible punishment meted out to those who commit the sin of treachery. Dante also depicts Lucifer as having rebelled against God and attempting to overthrow him, which was considered an act of pride in medieval Christianity. The figure of Lucifer serves as a warning against the dangers of pride, which can lead to the ultimate betrayal against God and one's own soul. This representation is designed to be both frightening and awe-inspiring. The devil's punishment, which involves being frozen in ice and suspended upside down, symbolizes the despair and hopelessness that come with turning away from God. The presence of Lucifer in Inferno serves as a warning to the reader about the dangers of sin. Dante wants to make it clear that sin leads to eternal damnation, and that the journey through hell is a journey away from the light and love of God. The devil serves as a reminder of the importance of choosing the path of righteousness over the path of evil, and of striving for a virtuous life. After traveling through the 9 circles of hell and witnessing the punishments meted out to the souls of the damned, Dante finally reaches the end of his journey through hell. As Dante reaches the shore of Purgatory, he is greeted by the spirit of the ancient Roman poet Virgil, who will be his guide through the rest of his journey through the afterlife. Dante's journey through hell has been a harrowing and transformative experience, and he is now ready to begin the next phase of his journey towards redemption and salvation. The conclusion of Inferno is significant because it marks a turning point in Dante's spiritual journey. Up until this point, Dante has been experiencing the punishments of the damned and witnessing the consequences of sin. However, with the end of Inferno and the beginning of Purgatory, Dante's journey takes on a more hopeful and optimistic tone, as he moves closer to redemption and salvation. In many ways, the conclusion of Inferno serves as a reminder of the power of repentance and the transformative potential of the human spirit. Despite the horrors he has seen and experienced in hell, Dante has not given up hope, and his journey through Purgatory will be an opportunity for him to atone for his sins and purify his soul.